In today's video, we're spotting the wolves, how to identify and protect yourself from toxic personalities. Welcome to today's deep dive into the darker side of human psychology. I'm going to walk you through how to spot psychopaths, narcissists, and other toxic personalities that might cross your path. And unfortunately, we need to talk about a disturbing real-world case to understand the extremes these personalities can reach. Part 1. The Chad Daybell Case. In a case that shocked America, Chad Daybell, a self-proclaimed doomsday prophet and author of apocalyptic fiction, laughed while police searched his Idaho property in June 2020. What they would later discover buried there were the remains of two children, 16-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old JJ Vallow. The chilling part: these weren't random victims. These were the children of his new wife, Lori Vallow, whom he had married just weeks after his previous wife's suspicious death. Together, they had created an elaborate doomsday belief system that classified people as light or dark, zombies who needed to be eliminated. Why would someone laugh during such a grave situation? This reaction reveals something crucial about extreme toxic personalities, a profound disconnect from normal human emotional responses and empathy. Part 2. Understanding the toxic spectrum. Let's break down the key personalities we need to watch for. Psychopaths. They lack genuine empathy while being experts at mimicking it. They're often charming and charismatic on the surface. They show shallow emotions that don't quite reach their eyes. They demonstrate callous disregard for others' suffering. They're skilled manipulators who rarely feel remorse. Narcissists. Everything revolves around them and their needs. They have an inflated sense of their own importance. They require constant admiration and validation. They exploit others without guilt. They're unable to recognize or respect boundaries. They react with rage when challenged or criticized. Cult leaders and true believers. They claim special knowledge or divine connection. They create us versus them narratives. They isolate followers from outside perspectives. They demand unquestioning loyalty. They reframe reality to maintain control. They exploit followers financially, emotionally, or sexually. In Daybell's case, we see elements of all these patterns. He positioned himself as having unique spiritual insights, created an apocalyptic worldview where only he had the answers, and apparently felt entitled to eliminate anyone classified as dark. Part 3. Mental distortions. These toxic personalities aren't just bad people. They're individuals carrying profound mental distortions. Black and white thinking. The world is divided into absolute categories: good, evil, saved, damned, light, dark. Grandiosity. A belief that they're exceptional, chosen, or uniquely gifted. Persecution complex. Seeing threats everywhere justifies extreme actions. Reality distortion. Creating alternate explanations that support their worldview. Emotional disconnection. The ability to commit harmful acts without normal emotional responses. Chad Daybell's ability to laugh while knowing what was buried on his property demonstrates this disconnect in the extreme. His apocalyptic writings weren't just fiction. They became the framework for justifying horrific acts. Part 4. Protecting yourself now for the crucial part. How do you protect yourself from these personalities? Trust your instincts. Our intuition often picks up on subtle cues before our conscious mind does. If something feels off, pay attention. Watch for consistency gaps. Look for disconnects between words and actions. Do they say one thing but consistently do another? Observe how they treat others. Someone who is cruel to service workers but charming to you is showing you valuable information. Notice boundary violations. Small boundary crossings often test what larger violations you'll accept later. Beware of love bombing. Excessive attention and affection early on can be manipulation, not genuine connection. Maintain outside perspectives. Toxic personalities try to isolate you from friends and family who might question their influence. Look for accountability. Can they admit mistakes, or is everything always someone else's fault? Check emotional responses. Inappropriate reactions, like Daybell's laughter, reveal profound disconnects. To summarize, the most dangerous predators are those who appear most normal. Daybell wasn't living in isolation. He was an author, a funeral director, and a church member in his community. The facade of normality makes toxic personalities all the more dangerous. By understanding the warning signs and maintaining strong boundaries, you can better protect yourself from those who would exploit, manipulate, or harm you and those you love. Remember, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection.